Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today I'll be showing you how to put together a LMS Jinty chassis from Farish. First things which you may need to actually have is first of all the pieces. I will give you a list of all the bits which I'll be using down in the description if I remember. If I don't, please let me know. Another thing which you'll also need is the actual exploded diagram of the LMS Jinty as well. If I don't put a link to a scan of this, also let me know. If not, you can also get it from Bachmann as well. They're quite helpful in just giving you a copy as well, because that's how I got my one. So yes, we have all the bits and pieces to make, well, I say nearly all the bits and pieces to make the LMS Jinty. The only bits which I haven't got is first of all the LMS Jinty body chassis, because I've not got the body. So I've not got the footplate because I don't need that. Haven't got the actual body itself because I don't need that. And I haven't got the DCC chip and board bits because I don't need that. And the reason why I haven't got all them is because this is going to be for my don't worry about that. It's going to be for my it's going to be for, excuse me, it's going to be for my LSWR G6, because I want to update the chassis for this because it's using a very old pool Farish chassis, so that can live over there. And yeah, it's basically got the same wheel arrangement and same size wheels. It should be able to fit quite nicely in here. Basically the same what I've done to my LBSCR E2. So yes, the first things we'll start off with is the actual main part of the chassis itself, which is these two pieces here. What we need to do first is get the spacers. I'm actually going to get a let's get the list of all the bits which I've, there we go, yes, let's make sure I've got the right names for them. So these are the spacers. These are little donut shaped things. Ooh, make sure the camera's in focus. Little donut shaped things, and they go into these little recesses in here on the chassis. Don't really need tweezers, but let's pop one in each of the recesses, and that's that done for now. Next thing we need to do is get the other side of the chassis and start putting in all the gears. There are three gears. Get the smallest one, and that goes, just need to make sure it fits properly. There we go, that fits right in there. Then we get the next smallest one, and that fits on the top axle bit. And then we get the largest one and spin that round so that the inside cog which it's got goes on the inside, and just press that together. Then we have all three of them interlocked together, and that is that done. Then we put the two chassis sides together, making sure that the spacers go in both recesses for both sides, so that's all nice and done. Then we get the insulator pegs. I think it's these little bits, little squarish mushroom shaped things, and they go into, just going to quickly do this one just so that I can talk easier. I'll say on the second one, but just doing this so I don't have to worry about holding it all together. That's not the right size screw. Oh yes it is. Might need a big one. Nice thing about having a 64-bit screwdriver set. There we go. Right. I'll just say what I did now, which is basically get a little peg and pop it into the little holes which are for the pegs. There are two holes for these, and they go, let's put them on one side. Yep, there you go, on only the one side because the square shaped pegs, and they go in the square shaped hole. And the screws for them, which are these fairly large ones, they'll be the largest screws which you have, and they fit on the other side. Try to, there we go, and you just screw them all in together. It's a bit fiddly trying to talk and also do this. That's the reason why I have to do the first lot. There we go, and that's all one piece now. Next bit we'll be doing is we'll do the wheels next. This is the wheel set. It's all one. Okay, say it's a one piece, but it's actually many pieces all held together. One thing which you may need to make sure of is these little bearings. They are very fiddly, and it's always good to make sure that they're in the right place where I've got them here. I'll just bring it closer. They should be on the very ends of each side of the wheel, and obviously they go in the gaps for the wheels. Now this is where we need the other set of tweezers because it's more thinner. Having tweezers will definitely help doing this because I've not actually put together without tweezers. And we basically just need to turn them so that they slot into the holes for them. So as I said, very, very fiddly, but not too difficult. There we go, and that is all together. And this is best time to put the key. I think it's the keeper plate. I'm calling it the keeper plate anyway. Maybe just pop that on there, and then screw these in as well. Do I need the other? I might need the other. Make sure it is the right way around. That's the right way around. Best way to tell if it's the right way around is if the screw holes line up, so best to make sure that happens. And having a magnetic screwdriver is going to be very helpful. You just get these little screws and just screw them in. Don't know why I've got 4 of them. I can't remember what the other one's for, but 3 of them will fit in the bottom here. Awesome. Yeah, that should be alright. I think I may have, when I was test fitting this, I may have ruined that thread, but definitely 2 of them will at least hold it. I may sort that one out later, but the wheels should still move, move around freely. There we go. Right, now we get onto the motor. Let's see. The motor has 3, well, other than the motor itself, it has 3 plastic bits to go with it. Pop that over here because I don't need it. It's basically these 2 little, I'm going to call them spacery type things. It's basically just to help keep the motor in place. You need to thread the wires through one of them, but it should fit snugly on there. Make sure that it has got 2 little lugs on both the little rings. Make sure they are pointing the same direction. Now just sit snugly in there when it wants to. But yeah, the lugs are basically just to, so it's probably done that the other way around. So all of this is always quite fiddly, so I forgot to do the wrong way around. Probably better put that one in first. So there we go, put one in first, make sure it's all pressed down and in the right spot. So a bit like that. That's one of them. Pop the motor in. Make sure it's meshing the worm gear is meshed in correctly with the actual gears. and then sort out this back one so that the lug is sliding in between the two chassis blocks when it wants to when you lift it up. The problem with all these small parts, it's very, very awkward to get them to fit right. There we go. And let's push all that firmly together. There we go. That's all nice together now. And then we put the little motor cover on top of here. And it has got 2 clips either side, and that'll just protect the worm gear. I'll make sure it's the right way around. There we go. Yes, that probably would help. And that's most of it. Basically all done. Just going to test the motor. Make sure it works properly. This is where you can also see if the wheels go around. So if it's all working properly. Ooh. It is working, it just doesn't really want to stay still. There we go. That's probably good enough for a test. And we have got these little extra bits here. These are what are they? Insulating plates, that's what they are. And they just pop one on the front here, and the other one goes on the back. Here they have got little lug things just to make sure that they slot nicely in place. And that's most of the chassis done. This is when, if you had all the other bits, this is where you'll be fitting in the PCB board right here, and then sticking in the blanking plate. But since I've not got them, I've got basically a little bit of strip board, because I want to basically just wire it in manually, well, directly. You do need to order the PCB screws separately. Make sure it is going in the hole. And the reason why I've done this is basically because I want to directly wire these 2 wires onto the 2 chassis bits, and I might as well use a bit of strip board to make it easier to solder to than just using the screws. And that's it really. So I'm going to see if it test fits. I may need to do a bit of filing. Yes, I need to do a bit of filing, but hopefully once I've done a bit of filing, this should fit in rather nicely on top of there. It's actually technically back to front, which is the same way I've done with my E2, but because this is meant to be that way around, because this is the bottom of the boiler front for the Jinty. But that's pretty much it really. So I'm going to quickly sort out the bits which I need to do, and then I'll bring you back with this running in the G6 that I'll bring you see in a bit. Right, here we are with the Jinty chassis all put together and also tested and all that lot. The body on as well, just to show you what it's like. Rather nice running. So yes, I'm quite happy with that, and it looks compared to the old one, which is like this, it looks very nice with the new chassis now. I haven't glued it on because I do want to chip this, which is another reason why I upgraded the chassis, and also another reason to use newer parts and all that lot is because it's a lot easier to chip the new stuff because it's generally designed for it than the old stuff, because with this you need to add a digi hat down there somewhere, and I have no idea how to do that quite yet. Another thing is that since these are still current chassis, availability of parts is still there because it's current model, so they're still making the parts, and it's easy to get bits if they break or if you want to build one. With this you have to, well, I think at this one I had to scrap an old model and salvage the parts for it. So yes, if you have to use older ones, you unfortunately may have to rip apart already perfectly good working engines just to build something else. So yes, that's the main reason why, well, other than I wanted to chip this, main reason to get new chassis and learn how to put them together. And also this this guide also helps explain on if you need to take your Jinty apart, well, you now know how to put it all together, back together again. It's not all that complicated really, but it's always good to see somebody else do it. But yeah, I'm just going to pop that there. I know it's a bit pricey, but you're not ripping apart, an old loco, so in my opinion it's a good thing. And also if you need a 060 tank engine, this is a very good chassis to use because it runs very nice, as you can see. As you can see, as it stalls. So that's a very nice control. But yeah, I hope everyone has enjoyed this guide on how to put together a Jinty chassis. If you didn't enjoy it, well, I hope you enjoyed your day anyway. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. And if you really enjoyed my content, feel free to support me on Patreon if you really want to anyway. Anyway, I'm going to send my G6 now on its way. Eventually I do need to stick a chip in it. Come on, don't stall. There we go. Really have to sort out that bit of a track. There's a lump there somewhere. But anyway, send it off in its way, and I hope everyone takes care, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye now.